Hi everyone, welcome back to Positively America. Today I wanted to share some positive news stories that I came across when I was browsing the interweb. First good news personally is there's sun. There's sun today. That is the best news of the last 2 weeks for me personally, because I am in the Central Valley and in California. And for those that are not aware, we have had fog in the valley for, I think the record was 20 and a half days, because the sun finally came out yesterday for a few hours. And then today it has been beautiful and sunny and warm, and really we haven't had the temperature come out of the 40s, and today it finally was in the 50s. So I was super excited to get out today and to sit out in the sun and go to the park and have my sunroof open, because I've just really been waiting for the sun. I broke down and bought right there that little sun lamp, and it hasn't been doing a darn thing. So the sun, my face is red because I literally burned myself sitting outside just soaking up the sun, but it's a beautiful day. Praise the Lord. And so in that news, for those that don't know, we had the Tool fog. So it's also called radiation fog. And no, that doesn't mean it's actual radiation. It's not toxic, and a nuclear power plant did not explode or spill out or whatever else rumors people are scaring themselves with. It's some sort of natural occurrence with like the pressure and the heating and the cooling and the not able to something. I watched a meteorologist explain it on YouTube. Go find a meteorologist and they'll explain it a lot better for you. But basically, this fog has been nonstop, constant, and it set records with 20 days of fog. And yes, it was 20 days of wake up fog. Okay, no sunlight, gray sky, fog. Thankfully, it wasn't too thick, but it was still hazy enough to where we did not have blue skies for weeks. And yes, it finally cleared up today. However, we do have rain forecasted for this next week starting tomorrow. So this was kind of like God saying, hey, here's some sunshine for today, soak it all up, because there's rain coming and it's going to be going away. So that's what I was doing. I was soaking it all in and embracing every single moment of the sun. And even now I'm like so excited that the sun is blinding me and blinding the video, because it's exciting. So hopefully the fog is gone. I will welcome the rain, but I don't want any more fog. And after the rain, I'm ready for sunshine. And I pray to have a sunny Christmas. Please, God. Other positive California news. So in California, more good news. There was 900 acres of land around, it bordered Yosemite and it dipped down into the Central Valley. 900 acres of land that was finally returned back to, who was it? It was the Southern Sierra Miwok Nation tribe. So after 175 years of it being kind of taken from them, because Yosemite started getting busy with the tourists and stuff, so that land, the tribe was expelled from the land. And they finally were able to have it returned back to them. So the land transfer was facilitated by a grant from the California Natural Resources Agency Tribal Nature-Based Solutions Program. Holy moly, that was long, but kudos. Kudos to you, California Natural Resources Agency Tribal Nature-Based Solutions Program. Yes, that is some good news I like to hear coming from California and resource agencies, because we haven't been hearing a lot of good news, and so that is welcome news. Good job. So this article quote from, what is it, Good News, I think I got this from goodnewsnetwork.org. They said, quote, "For generations, the Southern Sierra Miwok people cared for these forests, meadows, and springs. But with the 19th century increase in settlements and the establishment of the Yosemite National Park, the tribe was eventually expelled. Having this significant piece of our ancestral Yosemite land back will bring our community together to celebrate tradition and provide a healing place for our children and grandchildren," said Southern Sierra Miwok Nation's Tribal Council Chair and Elder Sandra Chapman in a statement. "It will be a sanctuary for our people." The transfer will enable the Southern Miwok to restore biodiversity and climate resilience using traditional ecological practices such as cultural fire, cultivation of native plants, forest restoration, and protection of water quality, feeding the two tributaries of the Merced. This is amazing news, guys, because one thing that I do worry about is that the land, not only all over America, but if I have to start locally in California, is that the land is preserved by people that really care for it, and the nation tribes will care for it. And look, they know what to do. They know that they have to do their controlled, prescribed burns to keep the forest healthy so that they don't catch on fire. Okay, and it also keeps the trees healthy by doing this. They know that these lands are important for what lives there, you know, the biodiversity of it. This is going to be true conservation of the land. And another thing that is happening, I don't know if you know, but a lot of data centers are buying up land in California and all over America. They're buying up farmland and open land that, not just data centers, it's also like, what are those, windmills? It's going to be like windmill farms and other types of like sustainable energy, but it actually eats up a lot of natural land and does a lot of bad things for the environment. Even though you're coming up with a sustainable source of energy, it's actually damaging to the environment. Look it up. So a lot of people are investing, like a lot of foreign countries are investing, or foreign companies are investing in those types of things. And we also now have the data farms. Look it up. AI takes a lot, huge, like sizes of cities, of large towns. This is how large the data farms are. They use up an insane amount of water, more water than whole cities use. Like, I don't know the exact numbers on it, but they use an insane amount of water. They need an insane amount of electricity, which is why our electrical prices are going up. And they're not telling us that, but we obviously know, because if you put two and two together, it makes a duck. And I mean, we are not stupid. We know what's going on. I wish they would just say, hey, you know, your rates are raising because there's a lot of demand for it right now, and we need a lot of infrastructure building to support it also. And so we're gonna charge you more money so that they can build and we can build what we want to build, which is, everyone is really putting all their money, all their eggs into the AI basket. And unfortunately, AI is just data centers. And these data centers, these data farms, they need a huge amount of space all over America to make these these data farms, which is just a collection of your habits and your knowledge. Yeah, I don't know. It's stupid, but basically, I really hope that we can do more of this, giving land back to the tribes. That would be actually amazing for the land. It really would. So maybe we should consider giving land back more in bigger amounts to tribes. If anyone knows how to get involved with that, go ahead and drop a comment. I would love more information about how to support that. I am interested in actually looking up this California Natural Resources Agency and for the Tribal Nature-Based Solutions Program to see how do we bring more awareness to them, because this is amazing. So kudos. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you guys before I hop off, I just read this and I thought it was funny, so I wanted to share with you guys. More American seniors are getting high, studies show. So back in 2007, 1 in 300 seniors reported using marijuana. Today, that number is 1 in 10. So in about 2 decades, it went from 1 in 300 to 1 in 10. So if that doesn't show us how our parents and our grandparents are dealing with the world today, I don't know what does. But so the seniors, it accounts for ages 65 and older, and they are the highest growing age population, like the age group. They're the highest growing age group, or what am I trying to say? They're the highest growing population in that age group for marijuana use. So they are just like ships going down. But it's not going down. And I see, this is why it's important for young people to start acting. We need to start acting because we need to show the older generations that we're not doomed, and we're going to make them happy and proud. Grandma, grandpa, mommy, daddy, we're going to make you proud. Okay. So, related to this news, earlier this week, I think a few days ago, President Trump did announce that he is looking to reclassify marijuana as a Schedule 3 and include it in a Medicare pilot program, which would allow access to CBD specifically. That's really what he's looking into for seniors. So it's currently classified as a Category 1, which this is insane, guys, but still, federally, marijuana is still classified in the same drug classification, Class 1, or I'm sorry, Schedule 1, Schedule 3. Are we doing schedules here? I think. So it's in the same category, the same drug schedule as heroin and LSD. Heroin and marijuana are in the same classification still, even though in a lot of states it's legal. Federally, it's still classified as bad news. So now Trump is like, I think we can take a look at this, and maybe we can also include it in Medicare, and maybe we can help our seniors by offering it to them. You know, people use it for a bunch of different things: sleep, stress, pain. So I think this is a good idea. So the reclassification would put it in a Schedule 3 drug, which is the same category as Tylenol and codeine, which even there, it's like Tylenol and codeine are like, codeine is kind of like one of those, you know, you want to talk about a gateway drug. Codeine is like high-speed rail to hard drugs, right? I mean, that's one of the addicting drugs that takes you straight to freaking shooting up heroin, okay? So it's interesting how drugs get classified, but Tylenol and codeine, that's the category for those types of drugs, is Schedule 1. And then you have Schedule 3, heroin, marijuana, LSD. So now he's talking about moving it to that Schedule 1 with the Tylenol and codeine, and making it more of like a mainstream kind of medical drug. Okay. What would this do? Well, it would allow for easier research. I don't know, easier like banking and tax considerations. It would ease like different tax burdens and make for easier banking with it, because you're not dealing with like oh, it's a drug, it's drug money, you know. It's basically like, oh, okay, well, it's legal, it's a medicine, so now we don't have to look at it like, oh crap, this is like a federal crime right now. So that's good. Medicare pilot program, we're looking into that for the seniors, and if they're already using it and getting high, that many seniors, you might as well toss it into their Medicare and give them a bump up, right? I mean, come on now. Of course, the healthcare industry is writhing at this announcement because, yeah, they make loads of money from their special patented lab-made drugs. So yeah, now they have to, what am I trying to say? I got distracted. Now they have to compete with something more natural that they can't patent, but I'm sure they'll find a way to patent it, because no one would have thought that you could patent seeds either, but now they have. So, yeah, I think this is some good news for the day. And there's some positive things happening in America right now, but sometimes you have to go looking for it. So I'm going to be committed to looking for the positive, spreading positive, and getting America back on a track where us American citizens are in the driver's seat and going where we want to go, and not on an abandoned high-speed rail going somewhere that's nowhere, and then we end up somewhere we don't want to be because we haven't been knowing where we're going because we thought we weren't going anywhere. But then, yeah, no, it's time to take control of the driver steering wheel again and drive us to where we want to go. And that's what we need to do. So I just want to remind you, get out there and volunteer. Think about ways you can be more self-sustainable, you know, make your own bread instead of buying your bread, or support someone locally, exchange goods, trade some things, start your garden now. It's time to start doing the more self-reliable things, and be more conscious of where you're spending your money, okay? Be really critical, because everyone wants our money right now, from subscriptions to, you know, everything with inflation happening, where prices are just more expensive everywhere anyways, and taxes increase and make things more expensive, and then everything is subscription based, and everyone wants you to pay to do every little thing. It's like, oh, buy this, oh, but now that you've bought it, now you need to pay for the subscription to actually be able to use it. And yeah, I'm done with all of that. And yeah, I'm just going to start being back in control of where my dollars go. And so hopefully you guys will too, because yeah, this isn't the world I thought we would live in, where everything is subscription, everything is like digital, and everyone just stares down into their phone and doesn't bother looking up to say hi to their neighbor. So I'll add that one into it too. Be conscious of where your money goes, start your garden, be self-sustainable, volunteer in your community, say hi to your neighbors, pick your head up out of your phone and be involved in your community, know your neighbors, and practice communicating more in public when you go to the store. You know, say, hey, how you doing? Look up and smile again. Remember when we used to make fun of those people where you'd look up and you wouldn't know what to do, and you just do that awkward little, do that again, because we don't even have that anymore. We have the look down and don't make eye contact, or we have the I'm distracted anyways, or even if you do look up, you immediately like look away. We need to stop that. It's time to start saying hi and doing that awkward grin again. You know, that's what we need to do. Hey, how you doing? That's what we need to do again, guys. Come on. All right, that's it for today. Hope that you enjoyed some positive news. If you read or came across or heard some positive news, yeah, drop it down below and share it so that when someone comes to this channel, to this video, to any of the videos on this channel, they can scroll down, like it's a common habit to scroll down and see what other people are saying about whatever topic is being had or what the person is saying. And so often it's negative, and I would really love to create a channel that is positive, that makes someone feel good and hopeful. So if you do leave a comment, and I encourage you to do so, just think about that. Share something that is going to brighten someone's day when they read it, and encourage them that this world is not hopeless, that this country is not hopeless, that we do not hate each other based on who they voted for or where they go to church or I don't know, anything really. I don't, you fill in the blank, but we are going to be supportive of one another, lift each other up, and that we're, at the end of the day, we're all Americans, and we are called the United States of America, and we will do better if we are united. We will be able to, as citizens, have more control over our future if we can unite together, focus, decide where we want to go, which I think is somewhere more positive than we're at right now. I think everyone could agree. And the only way to get there is together, hand in hand, in unity. So that's what I hope that we can all do. All right, I'll see you tomorrow or the next day or maybe the next. I'm not sure. I'll hope to hop on. No promises. Okay. Bye.